Yo, 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 yo. Good afternoon. Well, it's still morning. Got 11 people in the chat. Big Net Visuals always in the building. Christopher Walken, like the King of New York. Nah, Christopher Walker. Good morning. Trizzle, great contributor. Big news. The battle was fired. They need to take that shit on tour. That was the best thing that happened to us since the quarantine began. Yes, yes. He said Fab held back. I believe Fab was trying to sell records last night. Fab was trying to sell downstreams. He was trying to sell streams to women last night. Yeah, Fabulous was trying to reintroduce some of his catalog. He didn't approach that like a battle. He was trying to show his resume. He used that opportunity to show his resume and shit. And I think it worked. Somebody woke up this morning and downloaded some of those Fab songs and shit, especially the ladies. He said, yeah, Fab was thinking like a businessman. Yep, definitely. Frederick was good. He said that shit was crack. That shit was crack, yo. That shit was crack, man. We kind of forget some of those features that Jadakiss did. That Best of Me with Fab, Jadakiss and Maya. That best of me with Jadakiss and Maya. That shit is banging. That's the shit. That's the shit, yo. When that shit came on, I was like, whoa. He said Jada was in a zone like he was leaning on his car in the hood. He said they both was boogieing. Fab played too many girly joint. Yes, he did. Fabulous could have put up a better fight than that, but it was obvious he had a motive. Jada is his homeboy. They fuck with each other. They got projects together, songs together. He didn't approach it as no competition. Jadakiss, on the other hand, used it to remind people of his legacy. Jadakiss looked like a young nigga, dressed like a young nigga. Jadakiss probably getting close to 50. He's in his mid-40s, easy, 46 or some shit like that. So we kind of forget that this nigga rapped through the Big era, the Jay-Z era, the Nas era, the Cash Money Records era, the Hot Boys era. He never stopped rapping and shit. You know what I mean? Eric Halsey said they both some fly New York niggas. That was a great battle. I know the after smoke session. I don't know if Fab was smoke, but I know when they got to smoke afterwards and got to playing music. I know each of them was like, "Yo, play that one joint." I could hear Jadakiss talking about, "Play that Neo and Fab. You make me better. Play that shit again and shit. That's my shit." Or I could see Fab saying, "Yo, play that Jadakiss. Some things I've been through. Play that." Fab didn't even touch the Soul tape or Summertown Shootouts. Jada was drunk. It wasn't a battle. It was a reintroduction to their catalog. Facts. That's what it was. If you was too young to know Jadakiss' whole catalog, it was an eye opener because I watched it with my nephew. My nephew only 20. When that fucking "Fuck You" by the Locks came on, what'd he say? What'd he say? Came through in Air Force Runs with the yellow checks. My nephew was like, God damn. What'd he say? Help me out, man. Some niggas going, what'd he say? Sit down. That nigga was bugging, man. Ice on the Rolo. A lot of you niggas is homos. They was killing that shit. My nephew, you should have seen his face. He was like, God damn, that's how they was doing it? I'm like, yes. Yeah. What did he say? The niggas that you went to school with and turn your brains into Cool Whip. Oh my goodness. Them niggas that you ain't gonna do nothing but carry a casket. Hey, yo. Hopped out with the Air Force Ones, the yellow man, turn your brains into cool. My nephew was going crazy. He ain't never heard that shit. He only 20. He was like, God damn. He's like, God damn, man. Catch you while you in your new whip and turn your brains into cool whip. Got the nerve, ask why I smoke so much and why I seem to be a young nigga that knows so much. Damn! That shit even sounds slick reciting it, yo. He said niggas that running around getting ass with ain't gonna do nothing but help you carry your casket. He said Jada had too much fire. They could have went to 4 a.m. Man, he showed his ass, yo. He showed his ass. I don't advise nobody to jump in front of no legend, man. Fabulous grew up listening to legends and watching the hip hop, the legendary shit unfold. Fabulous watched the Mobb Deeps, the Loxes, all of that. That shit that we was listening. Fab grew up on that shit too. Fab bought the mixtapes. Fab was excited to hear that shit too. You dig what I'm saying? But again, Jadakiss in battle Beanie Siegel. He battled 50 Cent. He got songs with he got songs with Black Rob, man. He got songs with Black Rob. He got songs. He been on songs with too many seasoned veterans and shit. He said, I'm with you. I felt Jadakiss would easily take this. He said Jada could have went to next week. Can you explain or know why Ether Nas said he made Kiss apologize? I don't know what that was about. Jada was on Reservoir Dogs and all that shit with Jay-Z and DMX and all. Jadakiss is just way out there, man. Yeah. Said he got songs with Eminem, Hove. Fab more of a fan of Kiss than a rival to try and battle. Exactly. He more of a fan than anything and shit. That was great, though. I went to sleep feeling real good, man, smiling. Just only hip hop and sports can do that to a motherfucker, yo. I felt like the NBA Finals was on last night. That seemed to be like last night was like the season that the Golden State Warriors went 73-9. That shit was just. That was the Splash Brothers last night. That's what we got a chance to see last night, the Splash Brothers. Since it ain't no basketball going on, we got a chance to get the Splash Brothers all over again and shit. That was the best, most exciting thing to happen since the Lakers played the Clippers. Facts. He said, you ain't Pete. When Fab DJ didn't want to play Holla Back Young, he knew Fab's selection was going left. Holla Back Youngin' was one of Fabulous first songs, early songs and shit. That shit sounded cheesy as hell. DC in the building. Freddie versus Jason. Jada, I got Jada. I got beef with the feds and the DA. I want to see a Fat Joe battle. I don't know who would be a good matchup for Joe. Joe got some songs. Joe can go. Jada has harder beats. The production played a lot in that battle last night. Like, as soon as you heard some of those Alchemist tracks, you was gone. Like, you had Alchemist battling Pharrell Williams last night or some shit like that. Fat Joe versus Nori. I need that hat you wearing. Where can I get it? Oh, man, I bought this off the internet somewhere, man. Somebody was selling them and shit. Yeah, you know, I bought one for one of my peoples, too. Nas with Wash. Nas and AZ should never battle. That wouldn't be good. Jada played Knock Yourself Out by the Neptunes. Holla Back by the Neptunes. It's by the Neptunes too, but it didn't hit the same. Somebody said Eminem versus Busta Rhymes. Jada had me rolling. He was saucy as fuck. That was like, I was a house party. That was a house party. That's what made that shit, man. Little liquor and some hip hop. He knew that he was very proud of his catalog last night. You could see him beaming. You could see the proud look on his face. You could see the proud look on his face. Jada was looking like, look at all this shit I got. I think that versus thing has created something. I hope that it continues. I definitely would pay to go to a fabulous Jadakiss show. If they did it just like that, put both of them on the stage with their DJs and just take turns going through tracks, they could tour the United States. They will go to every major city and sell the fuck out. He said all Jada shits hit different. He gave us the verses we went crazy over back then. Kiss sound like he was getting irritated with the DJ. We need more battles. Somebody in here just said Styles P versus Jim Jones. I think that'd be a nice one. I think that'd be a good one. But we need more. We need more of these. We need more of these. Because it ain't going to be, the social distancing has complicated show promotions. It ain't going to be no concerts or nothing like that. They need to continue. They need to continue, man. They need to get these guys involved. They need to get people involved. If they would have charged money for that shit last night, I in the beginning I said I wouldn't pay because I couldn't find the verses page, but when I found it, I'm like, cool. But if I didn't see that last night, I would have wished I paid for it. That shit was worthy of being paid. If anybody should have had their Cash App numbers up on a video last night, it was Jada and Fabulous. Them niggas deserve to pass the hat around. Them niggas deserve to pass the plate around, yo. Styles P versus Beanie Siegel. Jada need his rematch with Beans. Beans versus Jada Part 2. We probably should put that on the internet. We probably should push that out there and see if we get a response. Because Jada lost to Beanie Siegel, y'all. He lost. He lost to Beanie Siegel. He didn't have all the songs and shit that he have now, all of the firepower that he used on Fab. He'd have had that shit against Bean. Cameron versus Noriega. Mace versus Cam. Cameron would beat Mace in a song battle. Cam kept going. He kept going. He got so much shit. Mace only got a handful. My man said, when was Jada and Beans? I need to see that shit. You must be young. That happened during the Rockefeller era. Beanie Siegel basically battled the whole Locks. He was battling all of them. Just Google Jadakiss versus Beanie Siegel, man. They got some legendary shit. I think Beanie put him in his grave in Philly with an acapella and shit. Beanie's a bear. That's a whole, after seeing Jadakiss last night and after seeing all that shit that happened last night, just to know that Beanie Siegel can go with him, that's like, wow, damn, Beans is a bear. Jadakiss has had way more hits than Beanie. You might mean that in terms of commercial hits. Beanie didn't do no songs with Maya or what's homegirl name? Beanie did a lot of songs with females, Jasmine Sullivan, just good music. Beanie don't have that. Jadakiss has that signature voice. When they played that song last night, Best of Me with Jadakiss and Maya, that was the time period when the industry started to recognize him. They started to say, this boy is nice. Because before that, he was just a part of the Locks and he was just one of many. He was always saying that he was the nicest on like Reservoir Dogs. All of the tracks, he was always saying about how nice he is. Even going back to their first album, he was always talking about it. But niggas wasn't embracing him into that conversation, almost like you a shorty, you ex little man, or you Biggie little man. You're not in the conversation. But over a period of time, he just kept, he started to do things, man, and people started to recognize him. But it was around the time that Best of Me shit came out, because when he did that song with Maya, you started to see other female R&B acts start doing music with Jadakiss and shit. Somebody said Lil Wayne versus Jay-Z. If Lil Wayne battled Jay-Z in a song joint, you will see how quick that greatest rapper alive shit Wayne was talking, that shit will go clear out the window, straight up. He don't want none of hoes. He don't. It's because they playing verses and shit. You could take Jay-Z's verse that he did on the Go Crazy remix with Young Jeezy. Don't nobody want no problems with that shit. When Puff was in the tub spilling mo, I was at my video, Crystal Speedboat. Don't nobody want that shit. Don't none of these niggas want that. They don't. And that's just one song, one verse. He got a ton of them. They said Nas the only rapper in Hove League. A battle between Nas and Hove would be good, but I think Hove got more songs. I think Hove got more songs, yo. I do. Mobb Deep versus CNN. Those are both groups that were mentored by Tragedy Gaddafi. Their sounds are similar. They'll never battle each other. That's just not gonna happen. Shit. Nas would lose to Jay-Z, right? Nas won that battle. They said Nas versus the Chef. Nas versus the Chef would be good. That'd be like Raekwon battling his little protege and shit. That would be good, Nas and Raekwon. That would be great. Sparky was good. Little Kim versus Foxy Brown. Kim wins that. Kim wins Little Kim versus Foxy Brown. Easy. 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 Nas has more quality songs than Jay-Z. Jay-Z will be able to handle Nas until Nas start going New York State of Mind, Project Windows. These are the last words of a hanging slave. When he start going, he starts digging and shit. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be, but Jay-Z is just strapped. Cormega versus Nature. Ooh. I think we should put that out there. Nas versus Common. That sounds pretty good. Good afternoon to everybody that's here. My man Big Net Visual says Cormega all day. You might have some, that might have a little credibility, but remember, Cormega was replaced by Nature in the firm, and Nature got the fuck off. Nature got the fuck off. Oh shit, he was going off. Yeah. A top 5 song battle between. Going too fast. Nature is that nigga though. Somebody said Nature couldn't even come close to Mega. I don't know about that, yo. I don't. Nature got the lyrics. Cormega got the catalog. Eric. Somebody said 38 Special versus Benny. That would be explosive. T.I. and Jeezy. I got Jeezy in that one. Good afternoon to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all share this video. It's almost 250 people here. It's 42 likes. Like the video. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you. Everyday Lee, you're gonna get kicked out this group. Nature had the best verse and banned from TV. That was Noriega's song. Y'all going crazy, man. Let's appreciate the legitimate matchups. Y'all just matching up anybody. Shout out to the guys that battled last night, man, and the great Jadakiss. Cormega never lost a battle. Do your homework on him. Mega was trying to battle Nas, wasn't he? Mega was trying to battle Nas before, right? He didn't win that. No Limit versus Cash Money would be dope because they already have a history of battling each other. No Limit and Cash Money, before the rest of the United States got hip to what was going on down there, they was already battling each other. I think one of them might have been named something else, or they got Mystical from someone else. Big Block Records or some shit like that. But No Limit and you know, the Hot Boys, that shit already been active. I think people might even got killed in that shit. You hear about Academics and Freddie Gibbs beefing. You better leave Gibbs alone. I met him in person before. He's well put together. He said, nah, nobody got killed. Okay. I know they went through something. He said, I'm from New Orleans. Niggas done died over this. I told you. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Them niggas been going through it for years. Before that shit made it to the rest of the world, that song, Juvenile song, Set It Off in this motherfucker. That used to belong to a dude named Yellow Boy. That was a battle rap song directed at Mystical. It was called Drag Him in the River. Exclusively here at the Dribble. You're not gonna get that. All of that info I just dropped on you, that Drag Him in the River, that was Yellow Boy, badass Yellow Boy. They said it was Mystical. That was a good battle. You can learn about that battle on here on YouTube. It's a channel on YouTube to cover that whole thing. Them niggas was rapping and killing like a motherfucker in Louisiana. I was like, God damn. Them niggas was, oh my goodness. You know your hip hop. He said Yellow Boy killed a sister. He was charged with or alleged to have killed Mystical's sister, I think. It was Mystical's sister, right? Remy versus Trina. I got Rem would win that pretty easy and shit. Noriega versus Busta Rhymes would be dope. Good afternoon, everybody that's here. Share this live. I'm just kicking it. He said yes. Damn, he really killed that boy's sister and shit. They hung baby nephew in a stairwell in the Melphamine projects. Damn. James Kill said the internet is full of young dudes who are going to make sure that the Migos win. He definitely killed Mystical's sister. Listen to the song Murderer. Yeah, they was going back and forth. Who would be good to battle Mobb Deep? Probably EPMD. EPMD versus Mobb Deep. That would probably be pretty good. You don't just have duos that you don't have duos, man, that was fire like that. It's either Mobb Deep or EPMD, for real. Oh, MOP, Outkast. Pardon me. Pardon the disrespect. I'm still putting I'm taking the EPMD over them niggas that y'all name. I'm taking them over MOP. I'm taking them over Outkast. I'm taking them over UGK. EPMD. I'm taking them over Dutch and Spade. I'm pretty sure all 8-Ball and MGG, 8-Ball and MJG. Damn. 8-Ball and MJG, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Maybe 8-Ball and MJG should battle UGK. EPMD, y'all. Yeah, we're going to stick with EPMD. Live Hip Hop Daily on Demand said EPMD is the best. EPMD was heavy, y'all. It's been a long time ago. EPMD got a song called Please Listen to My Demo. That song would like destroy some whole people's catalog. That one song will destroy some niggas' catalog, yo. And low key, EPMD had a little issue going on with Rakim. Yeah. That song, So What You Saying, was directed at Rakim, I think. Dropped the album Strictly Business and you thought we would fold. 30 days later, the LP went gold. So what you saying? I got my EPMD bucket on today too. That's crazy. He said Chuck D is that nigga. Chuck D was rapping by himself. Flavor Flav was doing ad libs. Flavor Flav only recorded like about 4 songs in his life. That's it. Mary J. Blige versus Mariah Carey. Mariah be dead within the first 5 minutes. Somebody said Mary J. versus Mariah Carey. Mariah be out of there. Soon as Little Kim could just end that. I mean, Mary could end that by playing that song "I Could Love You Better" with Little Kim. That's like a nuke button. Just it'd be over with. Said nobody beating Mary J. You would need someone like Shaka Khan for Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige remade a few of Shaka Khan's songs and shit. So that might be a nice one. But can't nobody fuck with Mary J. Mary J. versus Faith. All of those people would lose. They was losing in real life. They call her the queen for a reason. And nobody even ever challenged that shit. It's well known. Ice Cube versus LL Cool J. I don't like that one. One gangster, the one ladies love. That ain't gonna work. Black Thought versus Common. Black Thought versus Common Sense. That's dynamite right there. I don't know how many songs deep that they can go. I don't know how many songs that they have. I don't know if they got 10 or 15 apiece. You need at least 14 to battle. Aretha Franklin's son, Aretha Franklin was hating on Mary J. Blige, yo. Rest in peace to the queen, to the late queen of soul, Aretha Franklin. Aretha didn't like the threat that Mary J. Blige was posing to her legacy. And to keep it real, none of them singing chicks like each other. Patti LaBelle don't like the young ones. Think Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle didn't like each other. It's a cat fight situation and shit. Def Squad versus Flip Mode. I think that was a mixtape before. Let's keep in mind when we saying duos, right? When EPMD went their separate ways, they continue to make good music. Parrish continued to drop dope shit and put out some dope artists. And Eric did the same. Eric Sermon made a statement that I'll always remember this. Eric Sermon said, no matter what happens in the music business, whether you're young or old, all you got to do is just make a hit record. He said, you make a hit record and it flips all over again. It goes back to your first time coming out, like your coming out party. You can do that. You can reset your career over and over with a hit record. That's what Eric Sermon said. They said, I believe Busta can hang with DMX. Not a chance. Jay-Z versus LL Cool J. They actually battled before. Somebody spoke about that on my platform. I think Bimmy. LL Cool J and Nas did. I mean, no, it was Sauce Money. Sauce Money. Death Row versus Bad Boy. We had enough of that. They battled in real life. We don't need that. We don't need that. Did Death Row make better music than Bad Boy? Overall, did Death Row make better music than Bad Boy, people? Who was winning that battle? Hold up. Somebody said Dipset versus Wu-Tang. The Dips can't hang out. Dips can't hang out. They can't. Some say Bad Boy, some say Death Row. The Row had probably better gangster catalog. Bad Boy probably had more of a well-rounded body of music. They had Total, they had Faith Evans, they had G-Dep, had Craig Mack, had Black Rob, had Shine, had Mace, Biggie. Good afternoon to everybody. Y'all share this live. We got over 300 people here and it's 87 likes. This is terrible. Last night, the night belonged to Jadakiss. Great performance by both guys. I think they should go on tour. And do that same thing. Don't do a concert. Do exactly what we watched last night. Live. Have your DJs there. 2 stools. Take turns playing tracks. That would be just crazy. Mace would have been better for Fab to battle. There was comparisons to Fab. People used to compare Fab to Mace. As a matter of fact, 40 Cal once said, Harlem niggas got Fab rapping like a Harlem nigga, or got Fab acting like a Harlem nigga. He said some shit like that. I can't remember what it was about though. I can't remember the song. How many hits did Big L have? I don't know. Fab versus Mace will be good. Dirk versus Chief Keef. Kendrick versus Joyner. That's a good one. Kendrick Lamar versus Joyner Lucas. Who y'all got? I don't think Kendrick has showed anything as of late. I think Kendrick has a reputation for lyricism, well deserving. But people might have rushed to give him his roses, yo. I don't know. I got Joyner over Kendrick. At the shit I seen Joyner do in the last year, I got Joyner over Kendrick easy. Actually easy. Big Nat Visual says Kendrick is overrated. I ain't want to say it. Shout out to Shaheem. Someone said, y'all tripping. Kendrick gonna be the new Jay-Z. You out of your goddamn mind. man said, mine said you got 120 likes. I don't know. Mine seem to be dragging. My man said Joyner ain't got 20 bangers. Do Kendrick got 20? Kendrick got 20. I don't know about bangers, but Kendrick got a. Larry Lopez said y'all hating on Kendrick. I like Joyner over Kendrick. I'm sorry. The shit that I seen, I Am a Racist. He flipped a couple of them. He flipped a couple. Just the subject matter, the lyricism, and the visuals that he put with it is just out of this world right now. My man said J. Cole make a nigga sleepy. Joyner in 1 year, but been here a long time. Jay Electronica and Jay-Z album. I didn't think much of it as at first. I listen to it when I be working out. That joint, right? That album is sophisticated. It's almost like the Black Poets and shit. Word. That kid Boaz is fire. You seen him right here on this channel. Been fire. You gonna see let me tell you something. If a nigga hot, if he hot, you gonna see him here. Just look at the catalog. Chris Brown versus Omarion. I don't think nobody beat Chris Brown. Griselda versus everybody. I'm not trolling. Griselda should have won an award last night. They should have won an award at this time in the game. Griselda is more flavorful than Amigos. The Migos as a body together, they are who they are, but they kind of like separated and start doing other things. Quavo over here, the other one over here. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this picture, this painting that the world is looking at, hip hop, sports, and fashion is similar. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. Hip hop, Griselda, music, sports, wrestling, pro wrestling. Boom, fashion. It's right there. They got the three elements and shit. They got the three elements, man. That's good money right now. You dig? I just did a video the other day with Leon Azogod from Money and Violence, and we was talking wrestling. That shit went crazy. The live chat went crazy. People grew up on that shit. He said that EPMD had. Someone said they got Slaughterhouse over Griselda. No. Styles P versus Conway the Machine. I don't know if Conway got a body yet. A catalog yet that people would recognize. That song Locked Up by Styles has forever been damaged. It's been damaged. The brand name has been damaged. Akon went and did Locked Up Part 2 with 6ix9ine. How the fuck do you do a song called Locked Up with a nigga who put some niggas in jail? How do you do that? How did this work out, man? How the fuck did this work out? How did this work out? What the fuck is they gonna talk about? The hook can't be I'm locked up. It can't be that. What the fuck did they do in that studio? I'm locked up. That would just, as soon as he come in the studio, like, it's the wrong song, man. That's the wrong song. Someone said it should have been Cam versus Jadakiss. Jadakiss's production played a lot in that battle last night. Whoever battles him, man, you better get ready to box. You better get ready to box with them producers. If you battle Jadakiss, you better get ready to battle with the producers. I'm telling you, them niggas he was in that lab with, boy. Jadakiss got them white engineers and shit, them white producers. Them niggas to be sitting in their room for years and years creating sonic boom. The Alchemist. Cameron versus Beanie. I think Cam might got more good songs than Beanies. I bet you more guys want to battle now after watching Fab and Jadakiss. Niggas is in DMs trying to hook up battles right now. We're going to see who next. Rick Ross versus 50 Cent. Let them niggas get that shit off their chest. Rick Ross versus 50. That'll be a good one. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm chewing on the sour sop. It's sour sop. It's real sour sop in here and shit. So when you see me chewing and shit, sour sop. Said Rick Ross all day. SP versus Ghost. Can 50 play G-Unit songs? Hell yeah. Jadakiss played Fuck You. That's a lock song. Jadakiss played a couple songs that was locks. Oh, he played a song that he played All About the Benjamins. It's all kind of heavyweights on that shit. So, the fuck? If it's a verse you got, use it. That's what seems to be going on and shit. Niggas bringing verses to the battle. He said, so he lost. Man, Jada won. He totally outperformed Fab. Fab was playing fucking songs with Tamia and shit. Not the time to play, I'm so into you. You don't play that in a battle, man. Straight up. Like, he was tripping with that. He like, for real, fam, did you just play that? He just played. Moderators. Big Neff, get them niggas out of here. Big Neff, get them niggas out of here. Fab Street Pan was extorted in New York in early 2000s. Don't be fooled by the love songs. I seen that Fab Crew was on the hip hop cop documentary or some shit. They was talking about a nigga named Ra Ra that was running with him. The police wanted to know about Ra Ra. Ra Ra was making it bad, according to Derek Parker. Diamond in the Rough. Jaheim featuring Jadakiss. Thank you. Trash R&B songs. Nah, that song with Tamir, that shit was dope. That was a radio joint. That was popping. But he shouldn't have brought that to a battle. Fam, don't nobody want to hear that. Some of the heat that Fab was playing as far as the collabs was the shit that he did with Lil Mo. You could bring them Lil Mo joints to a battle. You could bring Fab and Lil Mo probably should have did an album together back then. They had something really, really special going. Fab and Lil Mo could get a club popping back in the day, yo. I'm talking about Pandemonium. Ebony said the ladies want to hear it. They played too much of them joints for the ladies last night. What he did, he forced Jada. You know what? Fab playing them love songs forced Jadakiss to play love songs, right? And that's when it started to get bad. When Fab started to play his songs with girls, Jada started to play his songs with girls. He got Jasmine Sullivan and fucking Maya and all Mary J. Blige. He pulled Mary J. on him. It just started to get lopsided. It was like, Oh, Jada had one with Mariah Carey back in the day. Way back in the day. It just started to get bad. He said the hardest song played was Throw It in the Bag. Nah, the song Make Me Better with Neo. And he played a couple joints, but he definitely didn't come to battle. He didn't come to battle, yo. He said even Kiss love songs was more fun. They was. He forced Jada into that because Jada, if you go look at it, Jada wasn't playing those types of songs until Fab started doing that shit. Like, for real, you want to do this? Once he started to pull out Mary and all of those people, it was over. That battle was so fire. Encore, man. Encore. He said Jadakiss got classics people forgot. Shh. He said Fab should have played his newer song. When Jada played that, hold you down. It was a rap, yo. It was a rap. My man said hardest song of the night was Run. That would be Ghostface Killer featuring Jadakiss, and it was another MC on there from DC. I forget his name. Just too much heat, yo. He said Run was it. I even forgot it. Gully versus Vlad. Vlad can't beat me in a battle. Vlad gonna be through with his hot shit. He's gonna be through after Mob James. He got Mob James. That's all he got. That's all he got. He said, I'm deep booker on you niggas. Get your dribble up. That Mob James shit was fire, yo. I watched all of them. The rest of them interviews, Vlad take an interview and break it down into 20. I break up some interviews too, but I don't do it to that extreme. I'm not watching all 20 of these clips, niggas. You crazy. Outkast versus Wu-Tang. Outkast can't beat Wu-Tang, man. Do these versus battles have sponsors? They had some type of alcohol. Oh, they had Apple TV tagged to the battle, and they had some type of alcohol tag to the battle too. So I don't know. Maybe them niggas did get some money. I'm pretty sure they got something. His name was Comp. Right. Vlad TV steals from Vlad steals from Gully and adds baking soda. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Woo wee! That was heavy. Ciroc. Okay. M. Miles says Death Row versus Bad Boy was musically even. If we get into the intricate details of it, Death Row had Nate Dogg, Miss Chalet, DJ Quick, Tupac, the Dog Pound, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. They was loaded, yo. DOC, everybody that was on the Chronic album and shit. They deep as fuck. Double figure deep. They double figure deep. Oh, Rage, Lady of Rage. And it's more that I'm probably forgetting, leaving out. But Bad Boy had Big, Mace, Total, Faith Evans, Black Rob, Shine, G-Dep. Help me out. Ines. Oh, 112, Carl Thomas, Little Kim, Loon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Locks. Uh-oh. Oh. It's a lot. It's a lot. Woo-wee. It's a lot. Danny Kane don't count. Danity Kane, they don't count. They said they should have a jewelry battle. Jacob versus Johnny Dang. Bad Boy got more balance. Does French count for Bad Boy? Nah. Jodeci wasn't on Bad Boy, yo. Why don't Vlad talk about getting his ass whipped by Ross? I want to hear about that. I'm pretty sure he got a gag order. Once they cashed him out, gag order. 50 Cent versus Fat Joe. 50 will win that. Death Row outsold Bad Boy. They had Tupac. Death Row was the first to put out a double CD, I think, on a All Eyes on Me by Tupac. I think that was like, wasn't that the first double CD in hip hop? I know it was the first double CD by a major artist. There you go. Right. All right. So they got this All Eyes on Me shit, right? They also have, before that, they got the Chronic. Then they got Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg. Then they got the Dog Pound. I think all of them people did well. I think all of them probably eventually went platinum. I know Snoop and all of them niggas is platinum. Nate Dogg was a real like wild street guy and shit. They said before he got signed, he was like wanted for robbing sticking up a bunch of Taco Bells or some shit like that. Someone says New York versus LA. Who wins with culture and fashion? It's dead even. It's dead even. I'm gonna tell you why. Nobody can take credit for breakdancing. New York City in the culture, they were the best at the b-boy shit, right? But in Cali, they had some b-boy shit going on in Cali called pop locking and shit. Now, if you go look this shit up, this pop locking shit that was also a part of hip hop and it was a part of b-boying and shit. They was doing that shit in California probably in like the 60s or some shit like that. So that's a form of b-boying and shit, right? It is b-boying. So you got niggas b-boying on both coasts. They both got movies. You got the breaking movies from the West Coast. You got B Street and I don't know, like Style Wars or some shit from the East. Right? Boom. When you get to fashion, this is where it gets different. They have no reason to wear a fur coat in California. They have no reason to wear a bomber jacket in California. They got no reason to wear a sheepskin and shit. You dig? So right there, that becomes a regional thing. Some of the shit that we took and became fly is regional. The Fila shit, both coasts was wearing that shit. The pimps was wearing that shit. All over. Pimps from all over was wearing Fila. All over. And you can go look at old pimp pictures of like them pimps, them niggas with the perms and shit, with Fila logos on in 1978, 79 and shit like that. You're going to see them in Cali wearing them shits. You're going to see them in Detroit wearing them shits. You're going to see them niggas on the East Coast wearing them shit. Right? Boom. The sneaker game, the Adidas, the shell toe Adidas is a basketball sneaker. That basketball sneaker belonged to the world. It was made popular in hip hop and pop culture by Run DMC. This is a sneaker that niggas was wearing in the streets. This is a b-boy sneaker. You feel me? The shell toe, and the suede Clyde Puma. This goes back to breakdancing too. So you give it to both coasts. West Coast probably was wearing Chuck Taylors and shit. East Coast is wearing Pumas and shit. There you go. So each coast brought their own flavor to the table. And what happens is people travel. People from the East Coast go to travel to the West Coast, and they bring some West Coast flavor back with them. That's when you see niggas come back. When niggas from the East Coast go to Cali, they come back. Now they wearing some different types of clothes that you ain't never seen before. Some shit that they done picked up in Beverly Hills. This is how the Van sneakers. You see niggas on the East Coast start wearing Van sneakers and shit, because you go out to fucking Cali and you see street niggas rocking them shits, and you like, them shits is kind of wavy. And the same thing happens when they come over to the East Coast. They come over to the East Coast and they say, that shit is kind of hot. And they take it back with them. And before you know it, we got this big melting pot. Main event, good point. Dickies. That come from the West Coast. Snoop Dogg was wearing that shit in them early, in the deep cover videos and shit like that. NWA was wearing fucking Dickies and Carhartt way back in the day. So he said, you're not keeping it real. What you mean I'm not keeping it real? I done been to both cities. Wherever there's black people, you're going to find flavor. There's no region that's going to be, you can't say this region is liver than this region or vice versa. Black people, both coasts, my nigga, you bugging. You dig? That's like you like saying like For instance, the pimp shit, that's some Cali shit. It's a vice that's all over the world, but the movies that we seen, the Mac and shit like that, that was California. That was California. Iceberg Slim, he was talking about, Fillmore Slim, that's Bay Area. That's California shit. Hello? He said they both lit in a different way. He said, nah, that's the shot. Niggas was pimping everywhere, my nigga. And you can't, the movie, The Mac, was filmed. Pretty Tony, Goldie, the Ward brothers. That shit was filmed in the fucking Bay Area. Period. You can't take that back. That's solidified. Them niggas driving them Rolls Royces and all of that shit. They was doing that in other cities, but they still doing that shit in the Bay Area now. Them old niggas, you'll see an old nigga in the Bay Area right now. Rolls Royce. Ron Newt. I used to talk to Ron Newt on the phone. Ron Newt, like, I'm the one that was riding around with a monkey. He said he had a fucking pet monkey. He had riding passenger with him. He said that wasn't, man, pimping started everywhere, man. Pimping started, that didn't start in no one city. That started wherever they were selling pussy. Wherever they were selling pussy. It was some pimping going on the plantations and shit. Fuck. He said the Bay started pimping. Ruth and Mary. Man, everybody, they was selling pussy on the plantations, fam. He said they had real pimps playing them roles. That's what I'm trying to tell them. Hello? He said Newt was in Rolls Royce riding at 15. Pimping started when the first woman came. He said New York is in liver with the dancing. We invented b-boying, period. I just told you. New York City breakers and shit, icons, B Street, all that shit iconic. But that pop lock and shit, the nigga Rerun was doing that shit on TV. Fred Berry, he was doing pop lock, and that's hip hop and shit. That's hip hop. He said that don't mean Pimpin' started in Oakland because the Mac was filmed there. Pimpin' started wherever there was pussy, my nigga. But I happen to be a son of a pimp. Dig? So I know the history on it and shit. When them movies came out, when Superfly and the Mac and shit came out, that created the virus. You had niggas who ain't never even wrapped their mind around pimping, seen that shit and said, whoa. You understand what I'm saying? The movies, the same way that movies influenced Boys in the Hood, Colors, Scarface influenced our generation. But before us, the pimp shit. Pop Locker was on Soul Train in the 70s. The dancers was from LA. I'm trying to tell them that. Don Jones said the Mac changed me for a few years. Who cares who made it? All of it is our culture. Facts. He said you were alive when the Mac came out. Hell no. That's the type of shit that I was seeing in my house as a kid on TV. Like, that's the type of movies that was being played. Like, you're watching this shit. You're hearing the music. If you grow up in the house listening to Curtis Mayfield, if you hear that shit, Curtis Mayfield was rapping. He sort of was rapping, but Curtis Mayfield was singing about the streets. So if you had that shit in your house, if you was hearing that type of music in your house, that tells me a lot about your upbringing. If your parents had those albums, if you was listening to that shit, you know. West Coast B-boys top Michael Jackson. That's facts. Too Short drew down. Facts. Goldie said your bitch chose me. He said that in Oakland. We can handle this like some gentlemen, or we can get into some gangster shit. He said that in Oakland. Straight up. He said Bossing Up starring Snoop is the best pimping movie. You out of your damn mind. You couldn't have seen the Mac. You couldn't have. He said, Gully, you remember reefer parties. You talking about when all the kids ain't allowed in the house and shit, and all the grown folks be doing their thing. And if you gotta like use the bathroom, you can run through the living room right quick. And you be like, God damn, I ain't know I ain't base smoke reefer. I remember the first time I seen one of my older great aunts smoking weed, yo, it fucked me up. I couldn't believe this shit. Sweet old lady, man. I couldn't believe it, man. Caught her right. You know, old people, they be smoking weed through their nose and shit. The weed, like, oh my goodness. Hey, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn. These church folk, these is church going motherfuckers. You said those ain't cigarettes. They would be in the fucking, they leave the fucking, the roaches and the fucking seeds and shit and ashtrays and shit. You said that was a part of growing up black. The roach clips and shit like that. Like that shit was, you would see that shit. You see? He said, run through the living room being nosy or lying, acting like you hungry. Yeah, get a little peek and shit. Like, damn. He said, seeds everywhere. You called it a reefer party. New York had crews, not gangs in the beginning. My man said we should steal roaches. The way that shit smelled, it definitely made kids curious because it smelled good. He said playing Rick James in the background, all facts. He said with the bead curtains, you gotta just be making all that noise. Subscribe to the channel. He said Pops used to carve wood pipes, had them shits on the table like ornaments. Broke the weed down on album covers. I'm sad Dr. Dre and his wife getting a divorce. If he don't have a prenuptial agreement, it's gonna cost him. 50 Cent in his 50 Cent's book, Hustle Smarter Not Harder, he said that the biggest hit that most businessmen take is not in business. It's not a business loss. The biggest loss that corporate bosses everywhere take is not in business, but in divorce. So he basically said he's never getting married. You'll never see 50 Cent get married, probably. He said they'd be downstairs doing the bus stop. No prenup. Oh, she's going to take him to the cleaners. She's going to take him to the cleaners. No mercy. Ooh, I know he's trying to get that bitch back, boy. I know he's somewhere trying to get her back. And the law of negotiation, the more that you try to convince somebody of something, the more that they're going to resist your advances. So he's up shit creek. "26-year marriage, he deserved it. She deserves it." Why does she deserve it? That's when the couches still had plastic on them. Facts. Facts. Motherfucker wasn't allowed to sit on them couches with the plastic on them. You You just walk by them. We would sneak and sit on them shits when they wasn't home. We was sitting on them couches with the plastic. We was sitting on them couches and we drank out of them glasses. When y'all went home, we drank out of them glasses, motherfucker. Straight up. They got their shit sat on. Used to go past them rooms. Them shits used to be looking immaculate and shit. Like, God damn, this shit nice. White carpets and shit. White carpets. Like, God damn, this shit nice. Fish tanks and shit. Like, sheesh. And we ain't allowed in that room. We ain't allowed in there. Take your shoes off. Man, you gonna get me killed. Man, we about to big china closets with the dishes in them. Yeah, to open like this. Yeah. We about to go in here and see what the fuck's up with this shit. You said, tell these niggas we go right in the glass cabinet and take the forks. You better not eat in there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Tony Smith. We was scratching y'all albums when y'all was leaving the crib. Yes. Hey, yo. I was cut creator all over y'all Teddy Pendergrasses and y'all fucking Isley Brothers and that album that said war on it. War. This has to be something good to scratch on. Get the one that say war on it, cuz. And get that other one with them niggas with the platform shoes. Scratch that shit. Hey, yo, this is how Dr. Dre got on. Damn it. He stuck with it. Dr. Dre stuck with it. He stuck with it. We was all doing that shit. Good time. Good. Check this out, cuz. Good time. We was all doing that shit. We didn't have the means of recording it. Oh, shit. He beat us. And he act like he created it, y'all. Ain't this a bitch? It just dawned on me. This is crazy. We was all making records, man. And them niggas that got on, they just kept doing this shit. Ain't that a bitch? We definitely was scratching y'all records. We was even scratching the 45s. If we didn't have the big albums, we was scratching the 45s. We was scratching the 45s with that yellow joint, that little yellow disc to go in the middle. Put that in the middle. He said, you wanted to be a DJ? No, I ain't want to be a DJ. I just wanted to try this shit. It was on TV. I was seeing Cut Creator. They had a song. Cut Creator had a whole fucking song called Go Cut Creator Go. DJs had songs when this shit first started. DJs had songs. I'm telling you. Man. Damn it. He said, I still got my parents' 45s. Ain't this a bitch? That James Brown Apollo joint, my grandmama whooped my ass for scratching on that joint. You still have not reinstated me yet. You talking about on Instagram? You said DJs were the stars. DJing was easier than trying to write a rap. Them niggas that could rap, that shit took skills. Scratching, all you needed was a hand. Everything that you seen on TV. Yeah, man, we fucked up some albums. I know they was like, damn, what the fuck happened to this Angela Bofield album? What the fuck happened to this Angela? He said for a minute, Gully thought it could be Dr. Dre. I had a chance. I tried that shit that he was doing. Ain't that a bitch? I can't contribute to the dribble. Said shit like withdrawals from heroin. I gotta go to the IG and find you, man. Crypto underscore. I gotta send a request to my fashion bomb, the fashion bomb. That's my clothing joint, and I'll get you right. I got you, my nigga. He said my mom's knew I was getting my ass. So you should battle academics. Academics don't do. He doesn't do what I do. Academics covers like every breaking story that's popping. It's your boy Academics, and he goes into that. He got a good narrative and spill and shit. And he uses gifts and shit. It's dope. He's where he's supposed to be. He earned it, but he don't. I edit. I actually do shit. I actually create shit, something out of nothing. When you see that murder unit shit, DJ Active, y'all can't. Didn't y'all see the murder unit shit? Didn't y'all see how intricate I got with that, with the cartoons and shit? Did y'all see that? Academics can't do that. None of these niggas can do that shit. He said DJing is skill still, or more of a skill back then. It's still a skill. Them niggas that know how to do that shit. They professionals at that shit. I've been here. I appreciate the donation, Trizzle, I believe it was. I've been here an hour and 20. I appreciate everybody who slid through. He said the elderberry hit you as soon as you take it. Them burpees hit you as soon as you do them. Get your dribble right. I'm out. Peace.